Hello and welcome back to These Blind Eyes 6580. Today's topic is kind of a religious topic in regard to faith, and basically the point of it is God helps those who help themselves. You know, too many times I see posts on Facebook about people basically complaining about the situation that they're in and how they got faith in God, and they're wondering why, even though they have faith in God, they're still stuck in the position they're in. Well, it's because they ain't doing a damn thing to get themselves out of that position. They're expecting some miraculous sign for something, and it's not like on the movie Blues Brothers, the first one, where a ray of light comes through the window in that church and totally illuminates John Belushi in light. Totally engulfs him in light. It doesn't happen that way. The signs that God gives are little ones, and you have to work for things. I think the Bible kind of like messes up in the sense of when it talks about Job and Abraham with all that they have, all their possessions and stuff, and their unwavering faith in God and how they're rewarded for it. That's basically all they tell. They should have had a couple chapters in regard to how hard these men toiled to get those things, along with their faith in God. It isn't just, well, I got faith in God, give me, give me, give me. It doesn't work that way. It's kind of like the job I've applied for. Do I really want to move up into northern Illinois? Not really. I sure don't. Do I want to do the job that I'm applying for? I might be surprised and actually enjoy it, but from the sounds of it, I don't, it doesn't sound like the most exciting. But hey, I may like it. But the thing is I consider it a blessing from God. I really do, because being blind, it is real hard finding employers to take a chance on you when you can't see. It doesn't matter that I have a double major from a private university. When they see me walking with my cane, they don't want to take a chance. So this job, even though it isn't the job I want, it's going to be a good thing for me, because it'll be something on the resume, it'll be job experience, and it's always easier to find a job when you already have a job. So, you have to keep working towards things. You can't just sit and wait for it to happen. If you got faith in God, you wonder why you're in a crappy relationship. Well, get out of it. God's not going to come down and make that person you're with awesome out of nowhere. It doesn't happen that way. A perfect story that puts it in perspective takes place back during Katrina, when the hurricane hit New Orleans. There was a preacher sitting out on his front porch, and the water was rising up real quick, and it's level with his porch, and a rowboat comes by, and this guy in the boat says, "Preacher, you best get in the boat. The water's rising in a hurry. You ain't going to be able to hold out much longer." The preacher says, "I don't need you. I got all the faith in the world in the Lord. If I need help, the Lord will take care of me." So the rowboat went on by. A couple hours later, the preacher's sitting on his roof. Another rowboat comes by, and they say, "Preacher, you best get in this boat. You ain't going to be able to hold out much longer. The water's deep, and it's getting deeper." And he said, "I don't need you. I got all the faith in the world in the Lord, and if I need help, He'll take care of me." Rowboat goes on by. About an hour later, he's standing on his chimney, and a helicopter comes and drops a line down to him, and they're yelling to him, "Preacher, grab the line. There just ain't no time. You ain't going to be able to hold out much longer." And he said, "You best just go on about your business, because I don't need you. I've told you before, if I need help, the Lord will take care of me, because I got faith." So about an hour later, he's standing at the pearly gates, knocks on the gate. Gates open up, and St. Peter comes out, and he's got kind of a shocked look on his face. Says, "What are you doing here? It ain't time for you yet." And he's like, "Well, there was a flood down in New Orleans because of Katrina, and people were coming by, and I told them I got all the faith in the world in the Lord. If I need help, the Lord's going to take care of me." St. Peter said, "Well, hell, we sent 2 rowboats and a helicopter. What more do you want?" God's not going to do it for you, is essentially what this is saying. He's not going to do it for you. He can give you signs. He can, help you. But the signs aren't going to be something miraculous. The heavens aren't going to open up for you. It doesn't work that way. So, yes, keep your faith in God ask God for his help and assistance, but work for it, you know? Don't turn your nose up at something that you don't want because it's not the sign that you want. You know, I think God would probably find that kind of offensive personally. You know, I would think anyway. But, you know, that's my feelings on it. Like I said, God helps those who will help themselves. You know, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it. I hope you share the video. Hope you subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments for me, you can email me directly at littlemb6580@gmail.com. That's LITTLE, M as in Mike, B as in Bravo, 6580 @gmail.com. Until next time.